Hi everybody, I'm Arvind Ratnaik. I'm a naturalist and a travel and tourism consultant. First of all, sorry about my funny appearance. I do have an arm. Right now I had a mountain bike accident, so I'm kind of recovering from a broken elbow. That's why this funny appearance. So the reason that I want to do this blog is about the recent social media blockade that happened because of the unfortunate events that unfolded in Kandy, and I want to like to talk about the impact of it and what's something that we could learn. So I represent the small and medium term holders in tourism industry, SME industry, tourism, travel and tourism people. So like most of you guys uh, who are in this industry, we use social media heavily for our marketing and for our communications. So as we again we know that we use WhatsApp for everything, we use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for our marketing and promotional work. So when there was a blockade like that, it was disastrous for some of us. So I myself is a good example that I had a client that was planned to come on Kandy on 8, and I got referred her the client from Facebook. So I manage everything through Messenger. So we were contacting through Messenger, we were doing the itinerary, the bookings and everything through Messenger, and all of a sudden this happened and it was like a disaster. I don't know what I was doing. Luckily, I found her email and we worked everything out okay. But it's something that we need to keep in mind is that we should embrace the technology, we should use this technology, but we also should have another way of communication. So I think something that we should do is to make sure that we should get the telephone numbers and emails as a secondary communication options all the time, because this type of event can even happen without our power. I know there was like, if my memory serves right, like 5 6 years, maybe like 10 years ago, there were one of the undersea cables got damaged by a container ship. Undersea fiber optic cables got damaged by a container ship, and they were like a week or so sort of an internet blackout in Sri Lanka. So again, these things can happen, and I'm not saying what government did was entirely right or wrong. It's some, because there is a national security implication for there. So again, yeah, we should have secondary options to communicate with our clients. Uh, and other thing is that also with the traveler's perspective, this was disastrous. And again, like my clients who was communicating through Facebook Messenger, there were so much clients were that time in Sri Lanka were communicating entirely through WhatsApp, Viber, or any other message system. I think what happened was what happened. I think in a future, the government policymakers, especially the tourism board, should have precautionary measures and methods to inform the travelers why in Sri Lanka that something like that is going to happen. These are the hotlines, these are the ways you could communicate, these are the apps that you are not being looked at or something like that. There should be a robust system for that. I think hopefully the tourism authorities will build a fail-safe mechanisms, something like that in future. And also another thing that there were lots of uh, people were saying that this didn't had a huge impact on tourism. It actually had an impact on. There were lots of bookings for cancellation, and tourism is also, it's about customer satisfaction. There were lots of customers got stranded because of this event, because of the blockade, so that they are going to bring negative feedback. Yes, tourism has this amazing ability to bounce back from a negative events or even much more disastrous event like that. This tourism will bounce back and everything is going to get normal. I think we shouldn't be naive about it. uh, Social media does play a huge part, and also we should, even in a way, as a tourism destination, we should thank, because we are not a one thing that we don't really have is a very good global marketing campaign. But instead, social media is doing all the travelers who come to Sri Lanka, who upload thousands of pictures to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and so on, videos to YouTube. It's actually bringing us humongous amount of publicity and promotion. And these are everything happens free, and these are all independent and generic publications. So this is amazing. So I think tourist stakeholders again should think about this. And again, I think coming back to it, I think we as a smallholders, we should learn from this thing. And as a practice, I think we should always go back to basics and get telephone numbers and emails, wherever they are communicating through WhatsApp or anything, in a sort of fail-safe manner. And tourism industry and the tourism authorities and the policymakers should create a fail-safe mechanism whenever, if this is going to happen, how they're going to inform the travelers and the travel community, so they can be better prepared. I think other thing is that we have to always follow the global trend. So the global trend is social media and app-based technologies. So we shouldn't be dinosaurs, but also I think we shouldn't be sort of a blind followers of them. We should embrace technology, and also I think we should also think about creating our own mechanisms to counter whenever there were any these type of internal or external activities that happen. So this is kind of my thoughts. It's not that structurally done. I thought it was nice to do a vlog. Haven't done it for a while. So yeah, send me your feedbacks, comments, and let me know what you're thinking about. Thank you very much.